of you actually watch it, the gun chewing and walk through. The last mission was very hard, so I died a few times. I hope you'll be able to see through it. Now with the review, we're gonna do some tea drinking. It's kind of broken in here, but it's beautiful. Very old. It's supposed to be, that's relaxing. It's supposed to be some kind of cold tea. Itadakimasu. It smells like a lot of mixture of herbs. That's warm. Outside looks like it's gonna be raining very soon. Very grey. Kind of fitting the scenario in here because, well, it's war. Okay, so I played it on the PlayStation 3. It doesn't look very good. Feels very, very dated. But of course, that's because, you know, you're kind of making the comparison between games today, the new shooters that come out and still coming out as we speak, because it's changing so much and evolving, and I'm still, I wouldn't say stuck, I do it by choice. I still play PlayStation 3 for different reasons. Maybe it's for another video. So this game is very dated, but the controls are here in this game are here. The controls in here in this game. The airplane kind of made me lose focus. It's so loud, sorry guys. The controls in here are different from all the other shooters that you play usually, and it's starting to rain. So it's very refreshing for me. I like when the brain gets new, uncomfortable situations, kind of a new stimulation. So it's not like Call of Duty. Doesn't feel like Call of Duty at all, because the buttons are very, very different. You have a crouch button, but it doesn't. I mean, you do press crouch right if you're behind something, but when you aim down sight, you can of course kind of hip shoot or from here, but you can aim down sight in front of you, put the gun in front of your eyes, and that changes everything. When you press the button to aim down sight, you're kind of stuck in place, and then you can only kind of starve or steer your butt just a little bit, or crouch and kind of go prone. So you cannot move while shooting, aiming down sight, and that changes the game, because once you are aiming, you're pretty much stuck in one place, and if you're in a bad spot, the enemies just can rip into you. So you have to think about your hiding spots, and you can pick behind cover whenever you want and whenever you choose, and it's very intuitive. Kind of, you hold it and you can look just a little bit, and when you're ready, you just go out and start shooting. So I like it, and I like the challenge because it's very different with the cover and everything. So it's not a base cover shooter. You're not just pressing a button and you stick onto cover like many other shooters that I know. Usually they do it in third-person games. In that game they do not. So it works well. You have 7 operations in here. Of course, if you look it up, they're all real operations that happened. So they took that time in history and put a character. I do not know if the character is real. I would only assume that it might be, but of course not everything that happened because of one character, but they make you the hero to feel in control. This is what games are there for. Make us feel in control. And every mission you start airborne, just like the game says. The title, Medal of Honor Airborne. So you're airborne behind enemy lines, occupied territories, and you have those certain objectives. Usually it's destroy something, break something. It's never pick something up, it's usually destroy enemy something. So it's a lot about destruction. But in wartime, so you have the AI. The AI is not smart at all, and sometimes you will be overwhelmed with grenades and everything. And if you're a Call of Duty fan and you played a lot of Call of Duty games like me, playing this game feels like the guns and everything, it feels too big. I cannot even explain it. There is something about the gun animation and the cursor. You have the cursor on the screen. It's too big. It feels like you'll never be able to actually hit the enemy. Now in real life, it's not so easy to actually hit an enemy, so you can feel the tension in here in the game because you have very strong and realistic recoil, and it feels like you are just, a soldier in battle, so it's not as easy. Call of Duty is very polished, and you're kind of a badass right from the start. In here, you gain experience, and you can get your guns and tools to work better for you. Depends on the difficulty level that you chose. It's actually just up to you. And you can choose where to go and how to go to the missions, how to approach them. There is kind of an order there, but they give you like 2-3 different objectives in the map, in the operation that you are. Destroy something there, destroy ammunition pile over there, and you can choose which one you do first. And you will have your AI and your allies with you to go and help you. And usually it's kind of, it's one-on-one. If your AI killed one, this is what I noticed, kind of, they killed one enemy, they will be killed later on by an enemy, and so on. It's kind of, there is kind of a balance there. A few times you find yourself alone, which is kind of unnerving. But it works anyhow, and if you are a fan of Medal of Honor, that franchise, I started first time with Medal of Honor 1, and you have the same music that you have from the first games, and that's a very nice, bite into the future. Kind of, you feel like you're traveling time. Well, I said bite into the future, bite into the past, I mean. Sorry. It's a bite into the past. Why I said future, I have no idea. What else? In the start, you kind of just dropped into the tutorial, just teaches you how to, how to steer, because the parachute opens automatically for you, just right from the get-go. I guess that this is how it worked that time. The parachute is connected to kind of a line inside the airplane, and you have this short animation before everything starts. Usually your airplane gets shot down and bullets will go through it from AA guns, anti-aircraft guns. So you have in here, you have shotguns, Springfield rifles, and I forgot, everything starts with G, all the German guns, G something. German guns, just the usual, grenades, Panzerschrank, kind of a bazooka looking thing, rocket launcher. You have the Thompson, classic. And if you die in the game, you again kind of drop from the air and you can choose. And I didn't do it, but you can, in all the operations, you can find all the landing zones. They are marked with a white parachute, kind of a, I don't know, half folded, just looked like somebody landed there before and the parachute just left over behind. White parachute that marks those landing spots that you can find, kind of an achievement, I guess. They give you different places to land behind the enemies, kind of to surprise them, I guess. I didn't do many of those in my walkthroughs. I do not know how much it changes, but if you enjoy that, it's a good challenge. I don't care for it. I like the action itself in this game. So yeah, it works. Now, a health system in here. If you have kind of 4 spots that you can get hit, and you have health packs that you need to look for. So it's very, very classic. Wait, the airplane, maybe an Ariborne will come out of the airplane. Okay. So the airplane is gone. So you have those health packs, so it's very classic. You need to find them around the map. And you have ammo, kind of an ammo boxes. And you can switch guns in between. Now it feels very clunky, very heavy. All the movement and everything, and the shooting, as I said, it doesn't feel like you're getting a lot of help from the game system, which I like. It's kind of easy, not easy, it's kind of hard to get the enemies, and you do need your own skill from experience. I like it better in this game than in Call of Duty, which is very, very, very polished. Well done. But this is a classic. So it's not a trip, not a bite from the future, a bite from the past. Hearing the soundtracks with all the orchestra and everything. It's kind of an orchestra music, and it sounds great. It brought me back again to my very, very young age. I think the first time I played it, I was around, I don't know, I would say 9, and it scared the hell out of me. You didn't have any monsters in here, but still, the sounds and everything. I remember on the classic, I mean the PS1, right? One of the missions, you inside, I think the sewer or water system or whatever, and you can hear on the soundtrack, on the background, you can hear enemies patrolling, screaming hello and stuff like that. You can hear footsteps and marching, and the scariest of them, dogs. You can hear just dogs barking, and you always think that maybe the dogs are coming to you, coming to bite your ass, and you're alone over there because the system cannot really hold too many enemies in one spot. You usually fought like 2-3 enemies, and here you have more, so you need to use cover a lot. Yeah, so not bad. It's very good game if you enjoy the music and the work of Medal of Honor, that franchise. But it's EA, so well, challenge everything. Is it EA? I don't know. EA Sports, yeah. Alright, so I think we're done here. That's Japanese version, but again, the game is in English, it doesn't matter. Some games in here have this translation, so you can enjoy them either way. I think if you choose to have your system in Japanese, you will play it in Japanese. That's the CD. Looks the same, like the cover. Nothing inside, just plain white. And the small booklet. It's colorful. I mean, with color, because sometimes they don't give the manual with color. I would hold on to this game and I would play it again and again. Some of the operations, actually, after playing the game, I looked up online and learned a little bit about the operations. It's very interesting for somebody who's enjoying World War history. If you are, you should pick this up. If you like more polished shooters, you will not enjoy that. I liked that game since the first time they showed it, long time ago. You know, just landing somewhere, taking down an enemy sniper and taking his sniper rifle to use against his friends. Yeah, makes you feel like you're inside the war itself, which is good for somebody who enjoys it, who can enjoy it. Right, boys and girls, now, I've done a lot of mistakes in here, but I'm not gonna edit it. That's my practice. As some of you know, I'm very critical of myself, and I'm this close to biting my own nails because I've done it. And I said some stupid stuff, but we're all human, doesn't really matter. Let me know if you played it and you enjoy it, and give me suggestions. I still have some World War other games. What was it? I think Brothers in Arms and World at War, Call of Duty 1. Very good game. I like this one. World at War is one of my favorites. Very dark though. But well, that's war. It's not as cool as the other Call of Duty games. It feels very dark and heavy. Okay. Thank you very much, boys and girls. I hope you're enjoying your own beverage of choice, and see you next time.